A very good afternoon and welcome to NTV News. I am Siksha Sharma. We take a look into the headlines in the beginning. CIB arrests 2 more medical doctors in fake academic certificates case. 2 more Chinese nationals arrested in gold smuggling scandal. Dengue fever goes unabated with more than 10,000 infections in 74 districts of the country. 1 succumbed from dengue fever in Chitwan. National Assembly Chair and House Speaker meet President Paudel seeking to resolve House obstruction. President Paudel expressed concern. Death toll from devastating wildfires in Hawaii rises to 53, 1,700 buildings destroyed. President Biden issues a major disaster declaration. And Spain beats the Netherlands to reach the semi-finals of the Women's World Cup. Japan taking on Sweden later today. Welcome back to NTV News. We take a look into news in detail now. The Central Investigation Bureau CIB of Nepal Police has arrested 2 more doctors in connection to fake academic certificates case. The CIB, as part of its Operation Foxtrot Charlie, has so far arrested 7 individuals for their alleged involvement in use of fraudulent medical certificates. CIB spokesperson SP Navaraj Adhikari informed Shraddha Shilpakar, a practitioner at Ishan Children's Hospital, has been arrested, while Manith Chaudhary detained from Morang today. Nepali Congress lawmaker Sunil Sharma was arrested by the CIB on Thursday. Sharma was elected as House of Representatives member from Morang 3 constituency. Other detained in the similar case are Dr. Rambabu Yadav, Dr. Ranjit Yadav, Dr. Elina Shah and Dr. Amit Chaudhary. All of them are employed across various medical institutions, including hospitals and medical colleges. In another case related to 100 kilograms of gold smuggling, the Central Investigation Bureau CIB has arrested 2 more Chinese nationals. The arrestees, identified as Li Jielin and Li Fiyuan, were arrested from Tribhuvan International Airport earlier this morning. The Department of Immigration promptly alerted CIB officials about the blacklisting status of the 2 Chinese nationals when they reached the airport and were about to board. The investigation team has determined that these individuals are linked to the detained Belgian citizen Dava Lama, who was apprehended on July 3rd at the Hotel Vienna in Tamil. The Department of Revenue investigation on July 19 nabbed a shipment sent from Hong Kong that contained gold hidden in brake shoes used in motorbikes. 2 other developments of the day. The cases of dengue continues to surge across the country. According to the Epidemiology and Disease Control Division, the disease has spread to 74 districts with the diagnosed cases of 10,726. Meanwhile, a 41-year-old man from Hetauda Sub-Metropolitan City 12 died of dengue fever while receiving treatment in Chitwan Medical College. According to Information Officer at Health Office Ram Casey, the patient died on Thursday in course of his treatment since Tuesday. This is the first recorded death caused due to dengue fever in Chitwan district in the current fiscal year. Chitwan district has recorded 53 positive cases of dengue from 532 sample tests. The contagious lumpy disease has spread as an endemic across the country, and thousands of cattle have died and millions are still suffering. Following rise in infection, a week-long vaccination drive against prevalent lumpy skin disease has begun in Kavri district in coordination with the Veterinary Hospital and Livestock Service Expert Center. Such initiatives has been taken in all 6 municipalities of Kavri. In the district, including Dhulikhel, Thimal, Khanikola, Mahabharat, Bethanchok and Namobuddha. The campaign aims to administer vaccines on 5,500 cattle within a week, which starts from 10 to 16 August. The Chief of Veterinary Hospital Livestock Service Expert Center, Chief Dr. Nitesh Karki, says out of the total number of cattle in the district, vaccine administration on 36,103 cattle have completed, while 1,274 have died of the same disease. Currently, 28,656 cattle are infected in Kavri alone. And let's take a look into a short break. More news follows up next. To stay with us. Welcome back to NTV News. Taking a look into further developments, President Ramchandra Paudel has shown his concern on obstruction of parliament sessions. In regard to this, President Paudel met with National Assembly Chairperson Goddess Prasad Timalsina and House Speaker Devraj Kimire this morning. Discussion centered mainly on finding ways to ending the obstruction of the regular House businesses. On Thursday, President Paudel held a meeting with Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal and inquired about the obstruction and efforts being made to resolve it. CP and UML has been obstructing House proceedings, demanding formation of a high-level probe committee into the 1 quintal gold smuggling scam. Meanwhile, the meeting of National Assembly is underway at the Parliament. National Assembly members are speaking on issues including gold smuggling case, lumpy skin disease and dengue epidemic, among other issues of public interest. NA Chair Goddess Prasad Timalsina is scheduled to present the approval letter from the Office of the President on the legislative bill. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives meeting is also scheduled for 1 p.m. today. The UML has been obstructing both the houses of Federal Parliament for over 2 weeks now, demanding parliamentary probe into the 100 kilograms of gold smuggling case. The parliamentary party meeting of the ruling Nepali Congress is taking place at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. The meeting is scheduled to hold at the Lotse Hall of Federal Parliament building in Bhubaneswar. NC Parliamentary Party Chief Whip Ramesh Lekhak said that the meeting would discuss on the ways to resume the parliamentary meeting and advancement of the bills that are under consideration in the parliament. The parliamentary business that has not taken place for long due to obstruction from the opposition CP and UML. Likewise, Chief Whip Lekhak said that the NC Parliamentary Party would discuss about better presentation of the NC lawmakers in the parliament meetings, the control of dengue disease, lumpy skin on livestock, conjunctivitis disease and other issues. Towards other developments, where a total of 40 wooden artifacts exported to the United States through illegal ways have been sent to Nepal. The Embassy of Nepal in Washington, D.C. said that it sent 40 wooden artifacts received from the Homeland Security Investigations HSI of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to Nepal. It is said that the Department of Archaeology of Nepal will receive the artifacts in Kathmandu on Saturday. These illegally exported artifacts of Nepal were confiscated in Hawaii by the United States Customs and Border Protection in August 2010. The government of Nepal had officially requested the U.S. government to return these objects to Nepal in 2011. The Embassy of Nepal in Washington, D.C. had received the artifacts on May 11, 2023. With the shipment, the embassy has so far returned 47 artifacts of historical, religious, cultural importance to Nepal since April of 2022. And let's take a look into yet another break. Stay with us for more developments in the international front. Welcome back to NTV News. Towards other updates, where the death toll from the Hawaii wildfires has risen by 17 fatalities to a total of 53. Hawaii Governor Josh Green has said earlier that the state has not had a loss of life incident like this for many years. As many as 1,700 buildings have been destroyed and 80% of the historic town of Lahaina is gone, according to Governor Green. President Joe Biden issued a major disaster declaration for the wildfires on the Hawaiian island, which releases funds for recovery. The wildfires began on Tuesday and spread quickly, fueled by strong winds generated by Hurricane Dora. More than 14,000 tourists have been evacuated and 11,000 people are still without power on the island. The bodies of 23 Rohingyas who were fleeing Myanmar's Rakhine state have been recovered, while 30 others are missing. They said they were trying to reach Malaysia when their boat carrying more than 50 passengers foundered and was abandoned by its crew on Sunday. 8 people are reported to have survived the mishap. Every year, thousands of Rohingyas attempt the perilous sea journey to Malaysia or Indonesia. They are escaping persecution in Myanmar and overcrowded refugee camps in Bangladesh. Taking you to further developments where the government of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi defeated a no-confidence motion in Parliament on Thursday after a fiery speech by the Premier at the climax of a three-day debate. Opposition leaders say the vote was moved to force him to speak on the ethnic clashes in Manipur state. More than 150 people have died and tens of thousands have been displaced in Manipur since May, when clashes broke out between the majority Meitei group and the tribal Kuki minority. Modi's Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party BJP has a large majority in the 543-member lower house and is widely expected to win a third term in power when India heads to general election in the year of 2024. A quick look into the highlights of what's coming up next. A critically endangered slow loris, which is under the first-class state protection, was seen napping in a nature reserve in southwest China's Yunnan province recently. Workers of the Gilingqing Nature Reserve in the Wenshan-Zhuang and Miao Autonomous Prefecture were on daily patrol when they saw the brown animal, which was then sleeping on a branch of an octagonal maple tree. It took a while for the monkey to make a hasty escape, and then it held onto the swaying branch and looked around. The monkey species mainly inhabits in Yunnan's Honghe, Hani and Yi Autonomous Prefecture and Wenshan-Zhuang and Miao Autonomous Prefecture, with its population identified as around 90 in 2018. Time now for sports update. The quarter-final matches under the FIFA Women's World Cup underway in Australia and New Zealand has kicked off from today. Teenage Winger Salma Paralluelo came off the bench to score a 111th-minute winner as Spain beat the Netherlands to reach the Women's World Cup semi-finals for the first time. Mariona Caldenti had appeared to give Spain the win in normal time when she slammed home an 80th-minute penalty via the post after Stephanie van der Graat handed in the box. The Netherlands, runner-up in 2019 when it was beaten by the USA in the final, were outplayed for long periods. In the other quarter-final match lined up for today, Japan is all set to lock horns with Sweden. The match will kick off at Eden Park in Auckland of New Zealand at 1:15 p.m. Nepal Standard Time. Japan defeated Norway 3-1 to reach the quarter-finals, where Sweden knocked out the United States in a thrilling 5-4 penalty shootout after a goalless draw. Towards other update, where the 2023-24 La Liga season is getting underway from today in what will likely turn into yet another two-way fight for the league title. Barcelona and Real Madrid have dominated Spanish football in recent years and look set to continue in the same vein this time season as well. Meanwhile, Almeria is all set to lock horns with Rayo Vallecano in the inaugural match of the season. The match will kick off at 1:15 p.m. Nepal Standard Time. Meanwhile, Coppa Italia, the annual domestic cup of Italian football, is also kicking off from today. Frosinone and Pisa will square off in the first match of the 2023 Coppa Italia, set to start at 9:30 p.m. Nepal Standard Time. Udinese will face US Catanzaro in the other match to kick off at 9:45 p.m. NST. Juventus is the Coppa Italia's most successful club with 14 wins, followed by Roma and Internazionale GNL with 9. And this brings us to the end of the bulletin. To wrap up, a quick reminder of the top stories so far. CIB arrests 2 more medical doctors in fake academic certificates case. 2 more Chinese nationals arrested in gold smuggling scandal. Dengue fever goes unabated with more than 10,000 infections in 74 districts. 1 succumbed from dengue fever in Chitwan. National Assembly Chair and House Speaker meet President Paudel seeking to resolve House obstruction. President Paudel expressed concern. Death toll from devastating wildfires in Hawaii rises to 53, 1,700 buildings destroyed. President Biden issues a major disaster declaration. And Spain beats the Netherlands to reach the semi-finals of the Women's World Cup. Japan taking on Sweden later today. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead. Namaste.